Hi, I'm Ellen Gormley and welcome back to my channel. Today we're making this arcade stitch on page 58 of the Crochet Stitches Visual Encyclopedia by my pal Robyn Chachula. Yay, Robyn. I love this book and I default to it an awful lot, and so I thought maybe you would like to do this stitch. So I stitched it up. It was so much fun and thought, hey, let's do it together. I'm in a pink kind of mood, so I grabbed some pink worsted. This example is in a light blue worsted, but I'll take a pink worsted. I think I made it in, guess what size hook? Probably an I. So I will probably just go ahead and do an I again here. Okay, so for this stitch pattern, we need to do a multiple of 6 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2. 1, 2. Single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2. In this second one, we will single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, skip 1, single crochet in the next chain. Okay, we can do that. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3, skip 1 single crochet, that's this one here, single crochet in the next chain, got it, okay, so far so good. I hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to vote on or by commenting on the greenery blanket so I know if you want to do the next one or not. Okay, and then after that we will chain, did I lose my place? Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yep, single crochet. Repeat from the star, so single crochet in the next, that's this, chain 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 1 chain, single crochet in the next chain, and I will have to look at this carefully because I probably shouldn't have talked in the middle. Okay, and then let's look at the symbol diagram a little bit. So I'm going to lift this way up high so you can get a better look. So we are single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, skip 1 but chain 3. So skip 3 or chain 3, skip 3. Okay, so right on schedule. So chain skipping 3, chain 3, skipping 3, single crochet, chain 3 but only skip 1. So we're always chaining 3, but we are skipping 3 every other time. 1, 2, 3 until we get to the end, and at the end of the repeat, at the end to the last 5 stitches, we were single crochet, chain 3, skip 1, single crochet in the next, chain 1, single crochet, is there a skip 1 there? Yeah, skip 1 chain and single crochet in the last. So let's look at this nice and flat. We'll compare it to the symbol diagram. So what happens here is you have always a chain 3, but you're alternating. So we did a single crochet in the second chain from the hook, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet, chain 3, skip 1, single crochet in the next, chain 3, skip 3, single crochet, chain 3, skip 1. So you see it here. So with this beginning part, and then we skipped 1, skip 3, skip 1, skip 3, skip 1, all the way to the end. And at the end, we're just skipping 1 here with the single crochets in between. Okay, give you a nice close up here if you need to screenshot this if you're on your tablet or whatever. Okay, and let's move on to row 2. So row 2, we will chain 1 and turn, single crochet in the single crochet, the very first single crochet right here. Now the shell in this instance consists of double crochet, chain 1 3 times plus another double crochet. So shell in the next chain 3 space. So in this chain 3 space, we will double crochet, chain 1 3 times, and then add an additional double crochet so that there's actually 4 double crochets separated by 3 chains, one at a time. So one more. So we did our double crochet, chain 1 3 times, and then we added one more double crochet in there to make the shell for this particular pattern. Shell is not, or shell, it is a generic term, so always check your pattern to see what the shell is for that pattern if there are shells involved. So we shelled in the chain 3 space, then we're going to single crochet spike over the next chain 3 space and skipping one on the foundation. And then so we're going to skip down in this chain 3 space to the middle one of the skipped 3. So we have 1 2 3. So in the middle one, the middle chain here, 1 2 3, in the middle one between my thumbs, we're going to put a spiked single crochet, which is just a single crochet that's going to go around everything. So I put the hook in that middle stitch. I'm going to wrap around that entire chain 3 thing and do the single crochet. So here's the single crochet, reaching down into the chain below the chain 3 space, and the single crochet wrapped around that entire chain 3 loop. Okay, then single crochet, let's see. Okay, so we did that, and now it's time for another shell. So repeat from the star across. So we're going back up to the star, which is the shell. So we're going to do the same shell. There's no chain spaces or anything. We're just reaching down, and you can see really from the diagram that the reaching down is right here. It's a long single crochet, and you put it in the middle of the skipped 3 stitches 2 rows below. Okay, I know that's confusing. Let's see if we can figure it out here. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, all in the same chain 3 space, and then add one more double crochet so that we have a total of 4 double crochets separated by 1 chain in between each one. Okay, so this is what we're looking like so far. This is where it reached down to the below the chain 3 loop into the foundation row, and then here's another shell. Okay, so it's time to reach down again. So let's look at this carefully. So we'll target where we're putting the single crochet. It's going to be in the foundation chain in the middle. So if we've skipped 1 2 3, it's going to be in the middle one. We're going to insert the hook in that stitch, poking the hook all the way through so that this yarn is going to wrap around those 3 chains, pull up your loop, and yarn over and pull through. It's a spike because it's reaching really low down into the previous row. That's why it's called a spike single crochet. But always read your instructions, and there's more instruction kind of in here. So it didn't say, or actually there is an instruction for spike single crochet here, but the parentheses also kind of give you some information. All right, because we skipped those other chains on either side. You know what I'm saying? Okay, one more shell, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and finish with one more double crochet so that there is 4 in the shell. Okay, and then at the end of this, we are going to skip the single crochet, skip the chain 1, and we will single crochet in the single crochet. Okay. Whew, this is where we are so far. Let me stretch it out nice and far so that you can see what's going on here. Thank you to Robyn for this great pattern in her book. Make sure you go find Crochet by Faye, F-A-Y-E, Crochet by B-Y, F-A-Y-E, Crochet by Faye, everywhere, Instagram and Facebook and such. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 is we're turning for row 3. That counts as 1 double crochet plus a chain 1 space. Now we're going to single crochet in the next chain 1 space, which happens to be here. There's no other chain 1 spaces earlier than that. Chain 1 2 3, skip 1 chain 1 space, single crochet in the next chain 1 space. Okay, so we're sort of adding another foundation row on top of this row. So now we will do 1 2 3, and skip the double crochet, skip the single crochet, skip the double crochet, and in the chain 1 space we will single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. All the ones in the middle are chain 3s. Remember, we're skipping the one that's at the top of that shell, and we're putting a single crochet in the next one. We're just laying a foundation for the next row. So skipping all of this stuff, getting over to the next chain 1 space, which is way over here in the shell. So we're spanning the gap, a little bridge. 1, 2, 3. Okay, skip the one single crochet, or chain 1 space, and in the next chain 1 space, single crochet. And when we get all the way here to the end, we will be careful. We will mirror what we did on the beginning with a chain 1 and a double crochet in the last single crochet. Here's where we are now. So we just laid a little foundation row with chain 3 loops on top of the shells. Okay, that's where they are, on top of the shells, so that we can now do the next shell row, which is a row 4. So chain 1, 2, 3, which counts as double crochet. And then we will double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in this same stitch, because we're making a half a shell right here on the end. Okay, so we made our little half a shell here. Now we will work on single crochet spike over the chain 3 space, this one here, and into the chain 1 space below it. So here's where we're going. Between my thumbs is where we are going, over the top of that chain 3 and down into that chain 1 space with a single crochet spike, or a kind of a long single crochet. Now we will shell in the next chain 3 space. So remember, the shell is double crochet, chain 1 3 times, plus an additional double crochet to even it out. 1, 2, double crochet, chain 1 for the 3rd time, double crochet for the 4th time. Okay, no chain 1s. Made our little shell in there, and we're doing the spike single crochet again over this chain 3 loop and into the chain 1 space below. Okay, so that foundation row, which was a little tricky, is less tricky now. We don't have to do that foundation row again. The foundation row is often the trickiest part. So we're putting another shell here in the chain 3 space, and we are offsetting these like bricks. So if we look on the example, the holes where we're putting the shells create this big hole space. The shells are offset like bricks. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then these are in between those. So it's like a brick on a house, bricks on a house. And then these line up here and in between. So it's jagged. See the pattern? So that's why we had to do a half shell at the beginning of the row, and we'll have to do a half shell at the end of the row, because we're offsetting all of this so that we can have that checkerboard almost effect. Okay, there's the 4 double crochets, long single crochet, and then at the end of row 4 we will now do a in the turning chain over here, we need to do double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochets. So we're mimicking half of a shell here, and we're doing a approximation of what happened at the beginning of the row. So at the beginning of the row, we had a chain 4, which was a double crochet and a chain 1, and then we added a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and we're mirroring that as symmetrically as we can over here with a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and instead of a chain 1 or a chain 4, we're just doing another double crochet. So it does look like book ends symmetrically on either side. Okay, you following? So I think you're going to get the hang of it once you play around with it. I really think that in some ways the superstar of this pattern is the holes. The holes are kind of the negative space, as they call it, is really like the superstar of the show. So let's do row 5 and row 6, and then you're going to